Hi everyone, I'm Jay. I joined SBC 5 months ago. I manage our events and training portfolio, and I recently moved back from London where I worked in comms in the charity sector. And I've arranged everything from parliamentary receptions to a travelling GP roadshow complete with pin the stethoscope on the doctor. Today I'd like to share with you a few of my event faux pas, because I think you learn more from mistakes than you do from success. So when I was working at a youth justice charity, I arranged a reception for Princess Anne, the charity's patron, who's on that photo. I organised a number of primary school kids to come and speak, and one of the kids was understandably quite nervous and called her Royal Lioness Princess Anne instead of Her Royal Highness Princess Anne. I've also arranged the annual council meeting of another membership body for disabled children's organisations, and my boss there was quite afraid of technology, so it was a proud moment when I managed to get her mic'd up. Unfortunately, she forgot to take her mic off when she went to the loo. So the full performance was beamed live into the conference room. So that brought a new meaning to the term toilet humour. If you come to my events, you're hopefully in for a good time, as evidenced by the Stick Your Tongue Out fun Minister Shaw had the company in the company of CEO Tony Gibson at the Climate Leaders Coalition anniversary that I arranged last month. You can see from the Minister's face just how excited we all were to have that cake. So what does this mean for events at SBC? Well, like an Italian suit, we tailor our events based on the recipient. We offer a broad range of events to a broad range of people, from HR directors to sustainability managers. And our purpose is to deliver a program that is needs-led and engages and connects our members, the kind of events that end in a celebratory hongi, like they did at Embark. Is that a pie, Jay? I'm glad you asked. Yes, it is. I've established 4 strategic principles that underpin our event delivery. The first one is purposeful, which is impact-focused. The second one is insight-driven, which is based on member need. And the third one is engaging, because no one likes death by PowerPoint. And the fourth one is strategy-led. And these 4 words happen to spell out pies. What does this mean in practice? It means more use of tech, like Slido, more time for fellowship and connection, more use of two-way engagement, like our workshop on our vision today, and more paper aeroplanes, apparently, which we had at our net zero transport workshop in May. Next time there will be truck, train, and boat origami as well. I divide SBC's time into BCE, which is before Crangle era, which Crangle is my surname, and Crangle era, CE. So my colleagues have already mentioned a number of BCE events, but BCE we also had our sustainable procurement workshop, which brought together an audience outside of the usual sustainability suspects to build connections, which was great. And our events from our audiences, events continue to broaden, including our heavy freight leaders at our net zero transport event, their freight being heavy, not the leaders. What's coming up in the Crangle era? In addition to what's been said, we've also got our start of the year events, a whole chatter of webinars, and more on the happy marriage between brand and sustainability. We've got so much coming up that to avoid inbox overload, we're going to package up your invites into one tidy events email that we'll be sending to your inbox each Monday, so keep an eye out for that. And if at these events no one keeps their mic on in the loo and no royalty are likened to big cats, then I'll count that as a win. Thank you.
Kia ora koutou. I'm Catherine, otherwise known as CJ. I can't promise you as many laughs as Jay, but for the last 12 months, I've been the communications manager for SBC while Renee Graham has been on parental leave. She's just come back on board a few weeks ago and is here in spirit and on the live stream. Hi, Ren. It's great to have her back on board. So she's been working on this very important project and I've been holding the comms baby. The good news is I'll be sticking around until at least the end of the year part-time to share the work. Renee will be probably the go-to for member comms and storytelling advice, but I'll be supporting some of the work streams and still writing pānui. Speaking of pānui, this is one of the key ways that we amplify your stories. We've put out 48 issues this year, featuring stories and guest blogs from so many of you to share best practice. And when we asked you what channel you valued the most, this came out on top. So if I think about our 4 pillars, when we're trying to make sustainability aspirational and inspirational, we covered some of that at the storytelling workshop back in January, along with some of the challenges. This was probably my favourite slide, which got the biggest laugh at the time. Another one of our 4 pillars is to make sustainability easy and clear. And so we work with media to connect them with the experts. This slide celebrates what I see as our infiltration of the MBR. We see a lot of comment on plastics, waste and climate change. Rachel Cox has supported CLC very well on that front, I'll just add. We also want to create fellowship and belonging, which the team do a great job of at our events particularly. And we support that through our online communities on Twitter and LinkedIn. If you don't follow us there already, please do. And also via Pānui. So 4th pillar, making sustainability the norm and then unavoidable. We're really pleased to see more opinion pieces from SBC members, CEOs and directors this year, as this is a big influence on other businesses. Take about particularly Rob Campbell and Nick Mayne. I'd just like to give a special mention to Volker for sitting down for a video interview with the MBR, which wasn't quite as enjoyable as he might have hoped. This year we've been celebrating the 20th anniversary of the founding of the New Zealand Business Council for Sustainable Development. So thank you to everyone who's contributed time and effort to videos, opinion pieces, and other comment to mark 20 years. We're part of a community here, and we know that sustainability is more than just SBC. So one of the anniversary initiatives has been to illustrate the landscape of all of the different initiatives around New Zealand. And we're celebrating the milestones of 20 years with this graphic, which you'll see on the wall over there. And I really encourage you to add your own milestones to it, both in the past 20 years and in the upcoming 30, with what you'd like to see, because today we're looking back and looking forward. So thank you very much.